All right. Anyway, guys, sorry. Yeah, we're behind on things because everything was having issues.
Thank you.
Before we get started, Calvin, can you show me what jazz hands are?
No. You son of a bitch.
So that I understand.
Okay, yes. So we've been doing this. We had remote reactions. We can't hit the button. We started to do new things. Rick, this is jazz hands.
I did not get it right.
Because we're doing remote reactions, we actually can't see each other. We're only hearing ourselves and doing the reactions. So we did this thing that's off the cuff where it's like to start the video and to end the video, you gotta do jazz hands. And Rick keeps going, "What's jazz hands? What do you do?"
Yeah, what do you do?
Do you want me to show you, or do you want to save it?
I want to know.
I want to know.
You like make a saxophone? What?
That's jazz hands.
I was rolling to the beat.
That's a seesaw hands.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness. Calvin,
I've always been talking softly.
How are you doing, Calvin?
Doing okay.
So we had a big
It was a rough
storm.
weekend.
We had a big storm,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Big lightning storm. Wasn't expecting it. Friday night, I guess. Saturday morning, about 5:30 in the morning. We woke up to a lightning strike, and there was a flash and immediately lightning. So it had to have been very close by. And it was raining and thundering and stuff like that. I was like, well, yeah, it's just really loud. And Carmen said there was a noise coming from downstairs. It's like, I didn't hear any noise. She said, check your phone, because I have some wireless security cameras. So she was telling me to check that, but in my sleepy state, I don't know what she was saying. I was like, no, there's no noise coming from my phone. My phone is fine.
Shut up.
She was like, no, check your phone. And so I finally checked it, and it was like, there's nothing going off on my phone. So I put it back down on the table, and I rolled over and went back to sleep. But apparently we had been struck by lightning.
Yeah.
Like you had?
No, I hadn't. I'm fine. I was just tired.
It's a unicorn.
Carmen's.
But your house was struck by lightning.
Yeah, my house was struck by lightning.
And that's no joke.
That's
Yeah.
no joke. No, a bunch of my shit got fried. My TV, my receiver, part of my computer. Yeah, thank you. She's a little bit salty. She threw the washcloth at me. Yeah, my motherboard is a little bit fucked up right now. So yeah, luckily I have renter's insurance, and I submitted that all through Monday. So hoping to hear back from them soon.
Yeah.
We
should say that, we made the stream title, Calvin got struck by lightning, or whatever it was, and we saw all of you guys in chat being like, wait, what? And then we were just like, Calvin, you should go get a neck brace on, and
Yeah.
So you wanted to light his beard on fire.
Yeah.
that would have been so funny.
It would have been great.
It just comes on and Calvin's just sitting there. His beard's on fire.
He looks like Marv from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Home Alone 2?
Yeah.
Be great.
So anyway, that wasn't planned. That came about, and Rick was laughing so hard his eyes were red when we started.
I tried to keep a straight face.
Yeah. But at one point, I was watching Calvin, and you said something, Calvin, and I had to do this. I had to move off the screen because I was laughing.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, honestly, that lightning storm was crazy loud.
Yeah.
Because I woke up that same night, and my puppy Obi was just barking because he hasn't experienced a lightning storm yet. He just thought, it's like, something's happening, someone's trying to get in, they're so loud,
Someone's banging on the windows.
so he's barking, and it's pretty loud. And Janci has the puppy. She's like, "It's okay, Obi, it's okay." And it was getting a little louder. And she's like, "It's okay, it's okay." And then, probably the same exact moment, you got hit by lightning.
Yeah.
All the lights in my house start going on and off like like a horror movie, like that.
Your house is being possessed by a poltergeist.
And Janci is holding Omen. She's like, all right, fuck this. She just gave up. She's like, what the fuck is happening? Because she hadn't experienced a thunderstorm like that.
She jumps under the couch with Obi.
Yeah, Obi's holding her.
Yeah,
really funny, but
all that lightning was going, and I was like, man, I brought so many computers and lights and everything home from the studio, so I'm going downstairs and unplugging everything.
yeah.
Actually, I sent Maggie to go unplug everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was already too late for me. The one that woke me up, this is the one that got me. And all my stuff, by the way, if you guys are like, oh no, this is why you need surge protection and stuff. All my stuff, every single appliance in my house is plugged into a surge protector. Didn't help.
Yeah.
Then what's the point?
It's a surge protector, not a lightning strike protector.
Well, then we need.
I mean, it's supposed to block like 350,000 joules or something like that, which
Not 1.21 gigawatts.
that's
True.
a different
Alright,
unit of
I
measurement.
understand. You can go through time with 1.21. There's no way stopping that. Makes sense. Well, Calvin, it makes you feel any better. I cut my thumb.
Yeah.
Ouch.
What happened to your Band-Aid?
It
No,
does
it's
make me
like
feel
It's
better.
like a cloth Band-Aid, so it's like fraying
Oh.
and stuff.
I'm about to say it. I'm glad you cut your thumb.
Yeah, also, you were currently living in a den of disease.
I'm not living in a den of disease, Rick. You're living in a den of disease.
Yeah, I would say of anybody, a blind wave, you're a den of disease.
Well, when you got
Yeah.
6 people in the house, 7 people, I don't know. I lost track. There's too many people in the house. But no,
Too many.
The only thing that was sick was Melanie, who I didn't stream Monday because I was trying to let her have some more time to rest. She had to go to the doctor, and they said that she had strep throat and also that she had a kidney infection. So she got antibiotics and stuff and was taking care of that. So I've been trying to let her rest more. She's feeling a little better now. So after like 3 days on the antibiotic. But besides that, last night, I don't know if it's because of Doughboys or because I ate too much, because I had a calzone and half or more of an extra of a large bob wedge,
Mm-hmm.
and then like a
Those
bigger
are boy oh boy wedges for those of you out of town.
then a bigger piece than I should have of chocolate cake, because I also went shopping for the household, so I had to go to Sam's Club, and it's crazy because everything's limited to one, like everything. So it's like, do you want chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
You get one. I was like, okay, well, I want round chicken nuggets. I want dino chicken nuggets. I want some chicken popcorn. I want, you know what I mean? Like, what categorizes as this? So,
Yeah, people are buying stuff like crazy for their kids.
well, and they look at me like, oh my God, you hoarder. I'm like, no, I have 4 kids and
I have
a
a
wife
lot of
and
kids.
I had a baba in the basement. And
Hold up a 10-pound bag of chicken nuggets. This is one meal.
yeah. So I done that, but then we got Doughboys delivered in, and I might have eaten too much because when I was done I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm gonna explode. I had too much in my stomach. So maybe it was just my
You just need to challenge yourself and get past that. You can get past that, Aaron. Trust
maybe
me.
or maybe it was my body like this last night. It was awful and I could not sleep because I was just in the bathroom the whole time, and I don't know if it's because my body was like, this is too greasy of food than what you've been eating since this quarantine thing started.
Yeah.
Or if it's like you ate too much, this is the only we have to just get rid of it as fast as we can. There's too much.
Could be that.
So yeah, but besides that, I cut my thumb making dinner on a can of corn. My can opener like didn't cut all of it all the way around. So when I went to grab the lid and pull it up, usually I leave like one side attached so I can just pop it up. The opposite side is also attached. So whenever I went to lift it, it sprung back down on my thumb and just sliced it. It just started bleeding. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
you got
grabbed
blood in
paper
your
towels
corn.
and wrapped the paper towels around my thumb and tried to finish dinner. And Melanie was sick, so she was sleeping, so I didn't want to bother her or anything. So I'm like, I'm gonna make the country fried steak, but corn, gotta have corn. And like just trying to finish it. So
I appreciate your commitment.
yeah.
Commitment to the meal.
No blood for the record got into food. It started bleeding right away when I felt the pain, pulled it away, and I'm like, oh my God, and it just started bleeding.
No blood. Yeah.
There was no blood.
Damn, I forgot you could see me.
Yes, yes, I can. That's been some of my stuff this last week. Doing homeschool. So if people follow me on Snapchat, there was a post I had where I went out. Melanie, it was yesterday. Melanie was working with the kids for trying to do homeschool stuff, and we went out. And she was like, "All right, well, why don't we take some time? We'll do some coloring and stuff." So the kids were like, they were getting coloring book out and starting to get ready to color. And she's like, "Who wants a moose or a squirrel?" And she was going through the animals, and I looked and noticed that Colson had a moose he was coloring, and in the back of it was this big green cloud, and it was the fart coloring book that we had gotten back in mailbag some months ago. It had been brought back here either by me or Dababa or something, and my kids are using it to color. I'm like, Colson, what is that? He goes, he farted. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. He understood. I think that sounds fine. I would have done that when I was a kid. Yeah, he's farting.
Yeah.
What?
I would have made the moose fart when he wasn't farting.
I mean, thankfully it wasn't some of the other coloring books we've gotten.
Yeah. Tone.
So, but that's probably been most of my week of what I've been doing.
Yeah.
That and then trying to raid when I can. But not keep Melanie awake.
I've just been trying to kind of, I don't know, I'm feeling a little restless, I guess, but me and Janci recorded a vlog that we put out the other day, and then we recorded another one today, so hopefully that'll go up soon, but just trying to stay productive in a place where you don't really feel productive. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm not stir crazy yet.
Yeah.
But I feel like I could get stir crazy if I don't, like, get working, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I streamed a lot the last week.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. Doom Eternal continues to be amazing and very, very, very hard.
Very hard, huh?
Yeah, I'm playing on Ultra Violence, and it has been a challenge. I am, like, definitely getting a lot better. I'm learning some advanced techniques. So there's something called weapon switching, to where you can skip the reload animation on your weapons by switching to a weapon, and then you can come back to that weapon, and it will have been reloaded.
So
that has been...
So you reload, switch weapon, switch back, and it's done?
Yeah, so like I fire off the super shotgun, and then I switch to the rocket launcher. I shoot the rocket launcher, and by the time I get back to the super shotgun, it's already reloaded and ready to go again.
Oh, so you don't... Okay. Interesting.
So you can't switch instantaneously, but you can use a weapon while the other weapon is reloading, basically?
I did take a feat that speeds up the weapon switching, so you're basically switching instantly. And it is absolutely vital in order to tackle some of those harder demons.
Yeah.
And, like, the game has been good about giving you hard demons sort of on their own, and then you learn them, and then they sprinkle them in with a bunch of other types of demons. So, like, it really expects you to master every single demon, because they just throw a shit ton of everything at you, and you have to be able to take them out, like, immediately, and then move on to the next thing.
Gotcha.
It's been a lot of fun. I thought, because of the way that the plot was going, that I was going to finish it last stream. Apparently, I'm halfway done.
Oh, wow.
Man. It's Death Stranding all over again.
But it's been fantastic, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to wait till Tuesday to play it again. If nothing else, my skills will have degenerated enough that I will make no progress. So I'll have to play some multiplayer or something.
Gotcha. Well, I should be back hopefully for Monday's stream. I missed last Monday because of Melanie. I wanted to let her rest, but I think she'll be okay for Monday to stream again. I'm not 100% sure what I want to stream yet, though. So
Yeah, I started Black Mesa, which is the remake of Half-Life, last night. And it's the first time I've played a video game with headphones in a while. Like, especially an older game like that, which it's a remake. But anyway, you know, they purposely left in a lot of things for nostalgia purposes that I'm experiencing for the first time. So every once in a while, like when you load a new area, it just like screen loading, you know? I'm like, oh fuck, did I break this? Nope. Okay, I was supposed to do that. But the thing that was the worst is that if I'm going up to a character and I'm kind of turned this way, I can hear them. If I turn my character this way, can't hear a fucking thing they're saying.
Oh yeah,
going with the headphones, you know. I'm like, god damn it! So I had to play the whole game like I do in real life, slightly to the right.
So I had that experience too, Eric. Some of the times when I was playing Doom, and Maggie and I also streamed through Borderlands 3 together, and we beat all of Portal 2.
Yeah.
And so for some of those streams, especially the Doom one, like she'll be over there cheering me on and reading chat, but I can't hear her in the headphones. So I had it like this, so I can only hear things on the left side.
Yeah.
So like whenever someone in the game was talking, I would have to like face them with my left side so I could hear them.
Yeah.
Yep. Welcome.
So I was kind of playing an Eric simulator.
Yeah. The in the game too, like I guess because the last major game that I played was Last of Us, I'm very conservative with like all of my ammo. So I just kept using the crowbar the entire time. Like the entire game, I was just using the crowbar over and over and over and over again to the point where I can't pick up any more ammo. I'm like, I gotta save this though.
Yeah.
At one point, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll start using guns. I'm just blasting through shit because I've already taught myself how to maneuver. But it's a real fun game. I don't feel its age at all. Also, it's a remake, but you know what I'm saying, like in terms of the story and stuff, it's just really, really interesting. So I've done one stream of that, and I'll probably continue that on Saturday, I think.
Yeah, I saw a clip where there was like a head crab, and you were like, no, and you threw a thing at it. You're like, ha, bitch, you're on fire, and then he jumped at you, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, the physics of the game are great. Like in the beginning, especially when we're just kind of like talking to scientists and stuff, you can just go up and grab anything you want and place it anywhere. So, like, there was a guy like in the bathroom that was asking for toilet paper, so I like gave him the toilet paper, and then I stacked a trash can in front of him, and then made this tower so he couldn't get out, and then the whole place blew up, and I wonder if I killed that man.
That's cool that you can give him toilet
Couldn't get out
paper,
of his bathroom stall. Jeez.
Yeah, but it was a fun time. I had a good time playing the first part of it.
That's cool. I was telling you earlier,
Yeah.
I need to try at some point going through Black Mesa just because
Yeah.
I never beat Half-Life 1 because I got stuck and I was so confused, and I tried for hours, and I saved and came back later and tried again and gave up.
Yeah.
So I need to go back and try that at some point.
Yeah. I never got to a part where I felt like it was too difficult to get through. I didn't change the difficulty or anything. It's just normal difficulty, I think. So
I was in a tunnel that I think had train tracks. So if you ever see a place like that, let me know.
I think I literally just stopped there.
Okay, that's I think as
And-
far as
and
I
I-
made it then.
And I was
like, is
looking
it? I have
around
no idea where
being
to go.
like, I don't know where to go next. That's probably a good place to stop.
That's I never got further probably. That's
It's probably that.
your next stream is gonna be, well, this is where you're lost.
Yeah.
But I never got
Eric,
further
just
than that
think.
point.
If you can get further than that, you're a better gamer than Aaron.
It's a different game.
So.
It's different.
I suppose so.
I have to go through and play at some point and see if I can
Yeah.
get past it. And then Half-Life 2, I remember, I don't know. I won't say anything.
No, I
Yeah.
don't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about this stuff. I didn't know it was going to be like monsters and stuff and like that. So when the turn happened, it was pretty crazy.
Well, good.
It's a good turn.
Oh yeah, Half-Life 1 is incredible.
Mhm.
Probably the best shooter, the best FPS of all time. Still.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I love like you're just there and you're just like experiencing like going get your suit and make sure your suit's good and all right, you're gonna go into this place. All right, do this experiment. Push this into here, you know, and
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck's going on? Run!
Yeah, I probably spent the first 30 minutes of the stream harassing the scientists.
Harassing the scientists.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
every time I go to talk to somebody, they're like, I'm busy. Move along. And the guy's just fucking sitting there doing nothing. Like, what do you mean you're busy? So I like, stack like trash cans in front of him. It was great.
You just throw things. Ah!
Whatever I
Yeah,
come
one-
across.
I was saying at one point, like I accidentally hit a scientist with something, and he's like, "You're scaring me." I'm like, "All right, I feel bad."
Whenever I come across scientists or human guards in the Doom world, they just look at me like I'm this horrifying god, and like they just tremble and spread. It's good,
So like normal life for you.
pretty much. Yeah.
Good, good.
Did you say
Alright.
humans or scientists?
Could be orc scientist. Don't judge.
Scientists or
I guess
guards
That's fair.
is what I thought I said.
Mm.
Okay. It's
But-
like scientists are different species.
Well, there are demon scientists too
Demons.
That's fair.
in this strange world.
I guess anything else for this week that you guys had? Anything else going on? How's
No.
quarantine life going okay for you?
Yeah, it's going okay.
A lot of mine is
Just
just
glad I got a freezer before all this shit happened.
yeah. Did it short out too?
No,
Oh.
it's fine, but
Mm.
it definitely gives me the opportunity to like keep food longer.
Dude, I still have no room. Like we have a deep freezer, like we got one. It's not a huge one. Maybe that's the problem, but Like I'm there shopping at Sam's Club and stuff. I'm like, all right, what can I get? I want to get things that I don't just want the kids eating chicken nuggets every day for dinner. Like I need some different stuff. But they're picky as hell, and I'm like, well, you gotta fucking eat. But I'm like, what do I choose to make them eat? And then what can I store as a freezer? And what can I get as meat to put in the fridge? But then I have no room in the fridge because we gotta get like, we try to buy so we only go out sometimes. You know, I don't want to go out every 4 days to go have to buy stuff. I'd rather go out like once a week or every other week or something. So we're buying like the limit at Sam's Club was 3 gallons of milk at once, and we're doing that just so that we can let kids drink milk for 2 days, you know. Like,
yeah, drink it instead of water.
Yeah, so it's just that's the tricky part for me is where do we put the food and what do we get? And I'm like, oh, you know, SpaghettiOs. I love those as a kid. I remember Leon eating SpaghettiOs. I'll get that. I come home, Melanie's like, why'd you get SpaghettiOs? I'm like, well, the kids like them, right? She goes, no. I was like, damn it. I guess I'm eating SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
I'm like, I was like, that's a great idea. SpaghettiOs, you can put those anywhere. You don't take up freezer space. I can leave them on the damn floor if I want to. But no, Leon will eat SpaghettiOs, but apparently no one else really cares. I guess Ayla will. I think just make them eat them. This is your dinner. You can't have SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, SpaghettiOs you don't eat. It's happened to me.
That's also what
How
happened
many
to me.
SpaghettiOs I had.
So many.
Me too.
I've been doing this game now so that the kids will eat their stuff. The one I did the other day was like, hey, we're going to have ice cream after we're done eating. The first person to talk or make sounds is the last person to get their ice cream. And they were quiet. I never heard them so damn quiet. It was great. I'm like, man, we need to do this more. So I'm like, I need.
They all just fell asleep at the table looking at each other.
Did the thing. Oh, there we go. I'm back. You guys hear me still?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thing did a thing. I can't wait for that new mic.
Yes.
But yeah, I started doing another one. What was the other one? It was dang it. Something about finishing their food. Like I started doing more things like, all right, you get dessert. You're going to get dessert last if you do this or you don't do this. Mm-hmm. We watched Hook. And
oh yeah?
And I said, hey, Leon Coulson, whoever can tell me what the premise of this movie is first will get their dessert first.
Yeah.
That way, because usually they sit and either they're talking the whole time, they're not paying attention, or they're like not eating and whatnot. So they had to finish their food to get their dessert, but they also had to pay attention enough to tell me what the premise was.
Sure.
So I'm like, this will work. And they were quiet, listening, watching. Ayla started making noise. They're like, shh. So.
Good. You're teaching them to be big brothers.
So who won and what did they say the premise was?
Coulson said, oh, it's about Peter Pan. And then Leon's like, I thought we needed more specifics in that. And I was like, well, if you have more specifics, let me know. He goes, okay. And he kept watching. He goes, it's about Peter Pan when he's old. And I was like, all right, you guys can have your ice cream at the same time. Like, Coulson was first. It is about Peter Pan. But Leon's right that it's about Peter Pan when he gets old.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that's good. So I hadn't seen that movie in years.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Is it on
It is a
Netflix?
great movie.
It is on Netflix, yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw it there earlier.
So something similar but different. Maggie has been making some face masks out of like denim and other materials, and she gave one to Evie, and it's kind of like a ninja mask. So whenever Maggie and I are downstairs filming either Haikyuu or a game night or something like that, we'll give her the mask and be like, okay, for the next hour or so, you are a ninja, and you need to be really sneaky.
Gotta be quiet.
Because otherwise
That's great.
we're like filming it in the basement, and like if she is running around, you'll just hear thump 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 thump.
Yep. We had that a few times when me and Melanie were filming in the basement. Just like, sorry guys. You just hear noises up there, and rather than one set of little footsteps, there's 4 of them just parading around.
I did have another thing from this week. I watched Tiger King on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. 8 episodes. I don't know if you guys have seen any of it at all.
Mm-mm.
Maggie watched it.
It's fucking crazy. It is go crazy. Like every 10 minutes they say something, I'm like, what? And then 10 minutes later, I'm like, what? Like, how does it get crazier? And then it gets to the point where it's so crazy, it just kind of drops off. But the first 2 episodes were like a roller coaster, man.
Really?
Yeah. It makes me think like maybe the other guys do like a reaction to it or something. But it's a documentary series. I don't know if we want to do that.
Oh, really? Maybe we'll check it out. I need to watch some different things. I still need to watch Witcher. Told Melanie like her and I should watch that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm so far behind on Walking Dead and stuff too.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, speaking of things watching though, for a movie, me and the kids watched The Spy Next Door, which is a Jackie Chan movie, where he's like a spy and he wants to like settle down with his girlfriend and maybe get married and doesn't want to be a spy anymore. So it's kind of a family comedy thing. The plot's okay, you know, it's not anything great. Some of the fun fight scenes and stuff, the kids were like, "Oh, this is kind of cool," but it was more cartoonishly fighty, I guess. Like at one point he's like sneaking along a house and he does this like flip around and he's like hanging by just his toes, like and then he pulls himself up with his toes and like comes into like this window, and I'm like, well, that seems crazy. I want to see like the real Jackie Chan stuff. So we also went and watched The Next Day Tuxedo, and then I was looking at like, whoa, damn it, Calvin, you fucked everything
Switch
up
it over
again.
I was wondering why he wasn't blinking.
All right, let me move these things. Let's see, which one is it? This one here. I decided, after reading and remembering what I could of the movie, I let them watch Rumble in the Bronx because it was more so of the violence and stuff, not necessarily like nudity and like a whole bunch of swearing or anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, I love, like, especially that one fight scene. That one fight scene's so good.
Rumble in the Bronx. Which one? What fight scene?
The one in like the club, like the hideout, and like there's like pinball machines and refrigerators and
the refrigerators. Okay.
all kinds of stuff.
Is that the one that ends with them on like a hovercraft?
Yeah, the hovercraft one. Yeah,
that's fucking crazy, dude. The best story about Jackie Chan is he's doing a stunt. He jumps onto that hovercraft from pretty far away, completely shatters his foot, shatters it. They take him to the hospital. He gets a cast on. He comes back, and they put a sock painted to look like his shoe over his cast, and he keeps fucking going. It's the best.
Yeah, it was really good. But the kids liked it. I was like talking about different stuff as we went through about like, you know, things that were going on. Like they're like, I'm like, guys, this one here has a lot less wires and stuff. Like Jackie Chan, like he's younger, he does real stunts. You know, like this van driving through, he's actually up against the wall. While God damn it, Calvin's back. Fucking
You struck by lightning again, Calvin?
No. Suddenlink keeps going down.
Damn Suddenlink. Not for me. I got Suddenlink, and they're like, no, keep Eric up.
I got Suddenlink, and they're like, oh, you're about to go on podcast? You've been fine all day? Fuck you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine was fine all day until, like, Eric started filming the video.
I guess that's me.
They were listening. FBI was like, hey, you guys are late. You got to get on this. Fuck this guy's internet up.
Do we have room in the budget to get fiber at all of our houses?
Yes. I would say that would be good.
Yeah.
Let's just get a bunch of cords and just do it from the studio to our houses.
But just run the cable.
Yeah. Shush, Janci.
All right, guy went back. But no, yeah. So it was really fun. Like they were asking questions and stuff. And the funniest thing was at one point, Jackie Chan like takes off his shirt and he's like lifting stuff with his arms and he has these muscles. And one of the kids goes, "Dad, is that real?" And I go, "What?" You go, "His arms." Like, yeah, they're real.
That's hilarious.
Wow, we've never seen anything like that before.
Like, what are you saying? So I'm gonna look in to see like what some other Jackie Chan movies are and stuff too, because they were liking those. Like maybe like Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights. Like I don't remember those ones being too bad, you know.
Yeah.
So most of the PG-13 ones I'm okay with, but I was like, man, some of those best fights though are in some of these rated R ones. Some of them were definitely too bad, but I was like, Rumble in the Bronx. I'm like, I watched Rumble in the Bronx when I was a kid.
I watched all that stuff. The Drunken Master. I watched the Drunken Master. That would be great.
That might not be bad.
I have like a dilemma with Evie watching wrestling with us because I don't know whether or not to let her know that it's fake. Because there certainly was a time in my life when I believed it was real.
Yeah.
So I'm more conflicted with that than Santa Claus. of like.
Can really tell where your passion is.
That's funny.
Yeah, Around the World in 80 Days. I remember that one. It had Arnold in it. That was like Arnold's last movie before he became governor.
Is that it?
Around the World in 80 Days is one of his last. He's like Prince Papu. I forget what his name was. Prince Hapu? Something like that. I forget what it was. But yeah, he's in it for like a second. It was fun. But yeah.
Wasn't he a governor or running when they did T3?
I thought it was
remember him being.
before. I don't know. I don't remember.
I thought the governor was after
don't know.
that, but I don't know.
Maybe.
Prince Happy?
Happy.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah. So anyway, I'm looking through Jackie Chan movies now. I haven't watched Jackie Chan in a long time. I feel like watching him now after like working on choreography and stuff ourselves, it's like, oh man, look what he did with this. Ooh, I like that. Oh man, I wish I could be that good. You know, like
And
I don't know if I
and you
could do
gotta
this.
Think the sheer amount of time it takes to get those shots.
Yeah.
You know, because with a Chinese crew, he's like, we do this until I get it right. And in a Hollywood crew, they're like, all right, do it a couple times. We don't have time. Keep going. You know.
Yeah.
So they cut it up and they show you only 2 hits of fight scene and.
Well, like
Yeah.
in Rumble in the Bronx, he runs up a car and then jumps from one building to the fire escape of another building. And I'm like, he does that, guys. Like, he's actually doing that.
He's doing that. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's so good. I was like, guys, I also told him, like, there might be some weird stuff with the way the mouths match up because this was done and then redubbed and some different things.
Oh, okay,
so
gotcha.
they're like, oh, okay. So kind of like some of the cartoons. And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
Which I think they were talking about anime.
Probably.
No, man. When I was a kid, you would go to like, I'd watch on Stars, I think, or one of the channels would just have an entire marathon of Jackie Chan movies. I'd literally watch it all day.
Mm-hmm. It's so much fun. He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And even still, like, I don't care about the plot in most of the movies because it's usually just enough to get to these fun
Yeah.
action scenes, you know?
And I mean, the missing ingredient that he has that all these other action scenes will fail to have is that he doesn't need to look like the most in control badass all the time. He needs to look like he's barely getting away and has no idea where he's going to go next. That's
in
what's
like
so great.
90% of his shots.
Yeah.
I love
flailing.
his run where he's just like, ah! Like he's just back and forth, like, where do I go? It's like he has no idea what he's gonna do, you know. But then he just does stuff, and then
Yeah.
I don't know, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's thinking on his feet, even though it is meticulously planned.
Mhm.
Yep, exactly. That's why it's so good.
I bet he would have been a great professional wrestler.
I guess.
Yep.
He could have really
Yeah.
done something with his life.
Wow, Rick. You had me.
All right. Well, with that, what's the next?
I guess now is as good a time as any to get into this. So, people may have noticed for a little while that Shane has been acting a little differently on some videos. We've obviously noticed a difference as his friends as well. He is going to be taking some time off from Blind Wave. He's been suffering from depression, and he decided that he needed some time away.
Mm-hmm.
So we told him, take as much time as you need, get whatever help, do whatever it is to make you feel better. He did have a message here. What's great about working with your friends and doing what we do is my life is full of blessings. I get to meet a lot of wonderful people that I love who bless me back. I'm eternally grateful for you. I'm currently getting the best treatment I can for depression. I'm optimistic. I'll be back sooner rather than later. If you guys have problems, make sure you don't ignore them. Also, wash your damn hands. I love you. I promise, always and forever.
We talked with him this week. With us having to do the remote reactions and all that stuff, we told him, like, dude, now's the best time, because he came to us and talked about this, and we said, now's the best time for you to do what you need to do, and we're here for you, and we support you in every way. So that's one of the best things about Blind Wave, is not only do you have great coworkers, but those coworkers are your friends. So we're doing whatever we can to support him, and then whenever he is ready to come back, he's got a place here always. So you probably won't see Shane in reactions here or some videos here for a little bit. We don't know any kind of like time frame or anything like that. So
he'll be in some things because we had some stuff filmed ahead of time and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you'll still see him in a few things popping up, but he'll be absent for a little bit. And then we'll let you guys know. You know, he'll show back up, and then I imagine he'll want to talk about it himself once he gets back.
Yeah, and he was comfortable with us talking about this and stuff. So anyway, yep, just all the love and support for him. So
Yeah.
let's see. We've had a lot of questions since we've started. Maybe we can jump into some questions here soon.
Well, I know Rick
before we
had
do
a few
that-
things that he wanted to discuss.
okay.
I know one of which was that there is a new show poll up.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's one thing. It just went up yesterday. It was not a joke. It was not a fool's.
it was not a joke.
The result will be.
So make sure you guys watch that and get your votes in. We will be. I mean, that's gonna be up for a while until we shut it down, and then we'll have a delay until that show starts up. But the poll is open right now, so make sure if you haven't yet, go and vote in that poll.
Definitely do, because Rick was telling us some stuff, and it's like, yeah, there's we need every vote to see what the winners are going to be. So definitely vote.
There's no clear front runner at this point.
Now,
I
the poll
believe
will at
there's-
least be open at least until next Wednesday.
Mhm.
Yeah, a minimum of a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the way things are right now, maybe we'll leave it open a little longer since there's a delay anyway. But
True.
at least until next Wednesday to be open.
If anything, the longer the poll is open, the more accurate, it's going to be. Not just the people who are online every day, but the people who check like on the weekends and stuff.
I see
And
people,
also, the longer I get to work on my puzzle.
Yes.
I see people already putting in their hopes of Expanse
Yep.
99.
And the thing is, I see a lot of people will be like, "Oh, all these comments say this one thing," but that sometimes is not reflective of what's actually being voted on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm not saying for sure that my puzzle involves me digging into Visual Studio and making something, but
Mhm.
it possibly could.
I mean, you said that, so.
It's just the first of many red herrings, Eric.
Yeah.
First of many. I know if people have been watching my Doom screen and have been looking at the scores on my pinball table during the 420 cam, they may have already received the first hint.
You son of a bitch.
No, Rick.
I don't believe you.
I'm glad I wrote those down because Eric always tells me not to write down license plate numbers, but I saw that. I wrote it down.
Enabling him.
I wrote it
You're
down,
enabling
Rick.
him. Like,
So
we'll be
full
doing a
of shit.
reaction,
You
and
just
it
want
shows
people
like
to
a
watch.
license plate, and Aaron's like, what was the license plate? I missed it. We gotta go back.
I might get my bean something. Sometimes it's a hint. Sometimes it's like a reference to like a comic book
Yeah.
release or something. Love it.
Yeah.
All right, so the first piece of news that I want to cover is a video game movie that's coming to Netflix starring Ryan Reynolds. Does anyone want to
Ooh.
take a guess?
Pikachu.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's see. Ryan Reynolds.
He's in that one movie where he's an NPC.
Free guy.
It's
Yeah.
not that one. This is directly based off from a video game franchise. It is an older franchise
Is
back
it
in
an
the
ex-
arcade days.
Okay, so it's not exclusive to like Nintendo, Sony, nothing like that. It's arcade.
Yeah, it was an
Um,
arcade game.
So more like Rampage.
Battletoads.
More like Rampage.
No, more like
But is it-
Rampage.
Later than Rampage.
Later than
Ah, shoot.
Rampage.
What's that one guy with the awesome hair? Duke
What?
Nukem. Is it something like that?
I don't know.
Dragon's Lair.
Is it Dragon's? What really? Was it?
Dragon's Lair. I've never even heard of that. Rick,
That was on a home
No,
console,
you
wasn't it?
have. It's from Stranger Things, season something, 2 or 3.
Yeah, so Dragon's Lair was animated by Don Bluth. It is you basically play a cartoon,
Yeah.
and prompts will show up on the screen, and you have to quickly hit the prompt.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to the game. If you don't hit it, you die,
Mhm.
and you have to put in another quarter, or you can keep doing that until you make it to the end of the game.
Okay.
Don Bluth.
Well, that-
Now he
okay,
was
that'll
with
be
Disney
interesting.
and then left and went and made his own studio, right, or something like that.
is that Blues?
Like, didn't he do? Was it Secret of Nim?
He did a Troll in Central Park. I think Secret of Nim was him, wasn't it?
I want to say it was.
Is he part of the Bluth company?
Like, he
Michael and
I'm pretty sure he used to work with Disney
Michael.
like a long time ago, and then he left around the time of like I think it was after Walt Disney and then passed.
Land Before Time,
Fox and the
All
Hound and
Dogs
stuff.
Go to Heaven, Five Goes West.
Yeah, yeah, he did those kind of movies.
So yeah, I don't know what that's going to look like.
Hermano.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, will he be voicing or is it live action?
Yeah,
It is live action.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome if they could have you pick like certain things that are happening.
like a choose your own adventure.
You know, they did
kinda
that
thing.
with a Minecraft story thing.
Mhm.
Like you can go to Netflix and there's a Minecraft thing where you can kind of pick options as you watch it.
Yeah, didn't they do that with a Black Mirror thing too? Baldur Snatch or whatever. They
I
should
don't
do
know.
that.
I haven't seen it. Hmm.
And then Markiplier did that on YouTube recently. I think.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, but
he
you could
did,
just do the thingy.
Steal that idea.
Do you want to look for Calvin or do you want to look for Rick?
I mean, people always say that Shane looks like Markiplier, so we'll just completely rip off and remake the whole thing.
Have him host it.
And then a lot of Nintendo news and upcoming games.
Okay.
Great stuff I'm super excited about. Eurogamer first reported that Nintendo is planning to release remastered Switch versions of Super Mario 64,
Ooh, okay, that's good.
Whoa, okay.
That's cool.
Super Mario Sunshine,
Dude, I've never played that.
Super Mario Galaxy,
Never played that
Okay.
either, but that might be cool.
Super Mario 3 World, which will be a deluxe edition with new levels,
Okay. Which
Okay.
Rogue Squadron?
Paper Mario Color Splash,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are these all Mario games, Rick?
yeah, it's to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Mario.
I was hoping for more GameCube games because I never had a GameCube. but that's cool too.
Well, Galaxy's GameCube, right?
Sunshine is
Am I wrong?
Galaxy was
Sunshine.
Wii.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunshine
Cool.
was on the GameCube. But there was Rogue Squadron on the N64, but I never played the Rogue Squadron on the GameCube. I always wanted to. I played a
Rogue
demo
Squad,
at
yeah.
Walmart.
Gotcha.
What else?
I haven't played any of those except for Super Mario Galaxy.
Were there any others, Rick?
Yeah, not just Mario ones, but Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition
Okay.
Oh, okay.
is coming out in May. The BioShock Collection is also coming out in May.
I've never played Bioshock. I need to do those.
Bioshock is great.
Borderlands Legendary Collection, XCOM 2 Collection,
XCOM 2 so good. I should start a redo of the Wave Rider Army. I did that.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of my
I
first streams
remember
a long time ago. I should redo that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you guys probably won't be very excited, but Bravery Default 2 is coming in 2020.
Oh shit!
Bravery
my
I don't know.
Default. I've heard.
And the best news, the most important news, the biggest game announcement in the
WWE.
last 10 years.
WWE.
What is it?
Deadly Premonition 2
Oh my
Didn't-
is
god.
coming out in 2020.
Oh, God
I'm
damn it,
excited
Rick.
for
All
that.
over me.
I am actually.
I can't believe it.
I feel like that was
It's been so long.
Was that said before, or was that Deadly Premonition? The first one was coming to the Switch. Is that what it was?
Yeah, the first one is coming to the Switch, but there's going to be a sequel. And it looks like it takes place both before and after the original game.
Deadly Premonition is a survival horror game
So-
set in an open world environment and played over the shoulder, third person perspective. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, awesome.
So, Eric, have you seen Twin Peaks? Eric, have you seen Twin Peaks?
I have.
It is basically Twin Peaks, the video game.
That sounds amazing or
But-
terrible.
One of
But
the two.
Japanese.
Which one is
Okay.
it? You
All right,
decide.
cool. Gotcha.
Depends how much you like video games.
The game itself, like, the actual gameplay is kind of terrible to average, but the
Mhm.
story and the characters are some of the best things ever.
Nice. Okay. That sounds cool. I have a Switch. I actually sent me and Janci sent some of our Switch games to my brother because my brother's kids got a Switch for Christmas, but they only have one game right now, Mario Kart. So I actually we sent Breath of the Wild, we sent Let's Go Pikachu, Rocket League, and DC Lego Villains, I think. So they're having a good time playing some games now that they're quarantined up.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that sounds cool. I mean, I've never played almost all of those Mario games. I've always wanted to play Galaxy, but just never got to it.
So we can get to questions now if we want to. That's all I had.
Yes, questions.
Alrighty.
Should I read them?
Sure.
All right, I have them here. Dark Saint Discord, I'm about 20 episodes into your D&D adventure. I'm loving it. Wondering if you guys thought about maybe animating your adventures once it's concluded.
I've definitely thought about someone else doing all that work.
Because that would be considerable amount of work.
Yeah, I did the initial illustrations when we started the thing, and I thought about like maybe during the quarantine here, it might be fun like one day when I'm not doing much, just like illustrate some of my favorite parts. I thought about doing that, but in terms of the actual, having like an episode or like a animated thing, that would be awesome to see.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to do it.
I am not an artist, as you saw with the Calvin pic.
I didn't get to see it.
There, it's up now over top.
Send that to me in Discord or something.
It's over. If
Or
you're watching
our
the stream,
celebration game night.
if you're watching the stream, Calvin, it's on top of
let me-
Eric's face right now.
Grab it real quick.
Man,
I just have the.
I don't
No,
have the
network
stream
error.
open. Are we on this, Calvin?
You see it?
Why is the nose so big?
Why?
Son of a bitch.
All right, Cricket asked, hey guys, I wanted to know what y'all's favorite colors are. I was going to make y'all something.
Green.
I said it first.
No.
Blue.
Red.
If you don't want to do too green, make me like purple, something like that.
Purple.
Bex. Is Aaron using contacts? Just got here. Don't know if he explained.
No, I'm not wearing my glasses. I got up today, didn't put them on. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna wear these and see if I can get my eyes strengthened back up to. When I first started wearing glasses, I didn't wear I just didn't wear them. They're like, you gotta wear these when you read, when you play games, all this stuff. And then I would go to the doctor. They'd say nothing had changed, and I have the same prescription. And then I forget what I did, and then I started wearing my glasses more often because I was maybe on computer screens more, maybe. Yeah. I don't know what it was. And I was like, I should probably wear these more so I can see better. And then after that, like every year when I would go to get my checkup, they'd be like, oh, your eyes got worse. Oh, your eyes got worse. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to wear them less and see if I can make them stronger. I can see better.
So you're going to get your eyes back up to the point where you needed glasses?
Yes.
But not so bad to where he needs more extreme correction.
Like my right eye used to be really good and I could see like everything. And then I feel like wearing glasses, it's gotten less and less and it's awful. So I don't know. We'll see. I know I look weird because I've been wearing glasses for pretty much ever since we did the channel. So
does it look weird when I
also
have
look
glasses on?
I also look squintier.
Oh, I could go get my glasses upstairs.
When I really laugh, I close my eyes.
Do I look good?
Yes, Eric.
Well, I can't see shit. All right, I'm gonna read chat. You guys are my cure. Thanks. Thank you, Congermen.
No, Mongoose, it was not getting old. It was I don't know, succumbing to their whims.
Hey, Brady, you son of a bitch. I see that now. Eric is fat.
Hope you can't see that. Oh man. All right. Let's see the next question.
Whoa, Rick. Whoa. What the fuck, man?
Are those your glasses?
Calvin looks more natural.
So you just don't wear them.
Calvin, you're muted.
I only wear my glasses when I drive at night.
Gotcha. Okay.
When I first met Rick, he was wearing glasses, so it was weird to see him not wear glasses for the longest time. And now it's weird again.
Now he's made it weird.
That's funny.
All right. Question wise, VV Vackerman, did we go over that one?
Yeah, I know, Vackerman. Did you guys hear that The Last of Us 2 just got delayed?
I did hear that.
Man.
I did hear that it's been
indefinitely.
Now that I have finally played it, that's a real big bummer. Before I was like, well, who fucking cares? But man, what a great game that was. So that sucks.
Yeah.
Aaron is fit.
I'll have to play it at some point.
Crimson, hey guys, I finally got Smash again. My main is Crom out of your mains. Who do you think would be the best matchup for Crom? Definitely Ganondorf.
Mario.
Nah. You think that, but you haven't felt the fear.
Well, Mario, Rick.
I know, because Mario's Flood fucks with his recovery, as does Shane's bombs.
Yep.
Shane can infinitely keep Crom on the ledge.
I mean, but Mario would be the best match. I would beat him. Isn't that what he's asking?
I think he's asking for Crom.
Oh.
Yeah, for Crom.
Pokemon
So
trainer.
definitely Ganondorf, because you just go out there and do your neutral air as Ganondorf's trying to get back and just knock him off into oblivion.
Or you feel the fear and don't want to get close and let me recover. That's what I count on every time, and it never works.
12
I feel the fear. I push through it. I still go out there.
I mean, like on the Ganondorf, like on Ganondorf like boards where people discuss maining Ganondorf, there are literal like threads about like psychological terror and how that can help you as Ganondorf be a better fighter. It's really funny, but it actually works.
12 Cat. Wow, that thunderstorm sounded really bad. Did a particle accelerator explode nearby any chance?
Maybe.
Particle accelerator.
I wish.
It might find the fastest man alive.
What? Eric, you're... Man, that was so quick.
Not really.
So quick, Eric.
Yeah.
Didn't even get all the way off screen.
It would have been really funny if Janci had handed you like a ham from your fridge.
Like a whole ham?
A ham?
It's like,
What makes you think? How do you know I have a whole ham in there?
I know.
she told me.
Well, we had a hog. You probably still have it from that hog, Eric.
I hacked it.
I gave it to you guys.
Oh, I
I don't have a whole
smoked.
ham.
I smoked that
I hacked
shit.
into the camera. That's inside the fridge.
There is no camera in my fridge.
Oh, I thought you put one on your
No,
fridge.
that's Aaron propaganda.
Oh.
Eric, you know what you need to do? You just need to put a webcam in your fridge so you can live stream
That's not what I
during
need
times
to do.
during times that we aren't streaming. You just
Yeah.
need to turn that on so people can see the inside of your fridge.
There's nothing about that covers the word need.
Ah, Janci said we have ham. I knew it.
We do have ham.
I
Well,
knew
yeah,
it.
that's different than a ham.
She did say not a whole ham.
What kind of madman doesn't have ham?
Well, I mean, it started out as a whole ham.
Yeah.
There's
Eric's
so
just
many
been
people
eating.
that say they need that, Eric.
Rick, you should do me a
Definitely
favor.
something to consider.
Pan your camera down just a little bit, so I don't have to move anything. That's better.
Like that?
That's better. Yeah.
All right. JJ Fox. I was playing Ewok Hunt. I was the last stormtrooper alive. While I was hiding, an Ewok snuck up behind me and jump scared me. Just as I was frightened to death, the power went out and I was trapped in the dark.
That's horrible. That's great though.
You just hear like the horn behind you.
That's so funny.
Or you,
Chazzy Black on. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was just gonna say you use the power where you like, where you can like see through walls and everything. You can just hear that right behind you.
That sucks.
Kinda,
Chazzy Black Onyx. What is everyone's favorite 3D Mario game?
I mean, the one that I've played is my favorite, 64. But I love that one so much.
I mean, that was the first like 3D one. I never really
Yeah.
played Galaxy. I never really played Sunshine. What else is there? Can I count like the 3D Mario that wasn't really 3D, but it was like 3D-ish?
No.
Oh,
Like
the-
RPG?
No, like well, I mean, no,
That was 3D-ish.
it was.
I played
Paper
Odyssey and
Mario was also
Galaxy.
3D-ish. Like you could go that way and this way.
Yeah.
I played Odyssey and Galaxy. I would probably say Galaxy.
Gotcha. I'll probably say Mario 64.
Although I've beaten Odyssey way more than Galaxy. I've beaten it like 12 times because it's like Evie's favorite game.
Odyssey's pretty good, but I haven't really played much of it. I did that starting island,
Yeah.
and then went to like a desert or something. That's all. I
Yeah.
did.
I absolutely love the soundtrack and like the creative use of like having to figure out how they're going to do 3D in Mario 64. You know,
Doodle-doodle-dee-doo-be-doo-boop.
and I love the concept of like the paintings that you jump into.
Yeah, you probably like that because wasn't that going to be a Zelda thing first?
That came out before Zelda.
Yeah, I know, but I thought that was going to be like Mario. It was going to be something else, and they put it into Mario instead.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that part.
I thought there was
I
I thought there was a Zelda thing where like it was going to be a Zelda idea of using these paintings to travel through, and then they decided not to go that way, and they gave it to Mario instead, or
Isn't
something,
that
something
the
like
idea
that.
of like, yeah, of like Link being able to like flatten out and go along walls and stuff?
That is an idea, but about 20 years later.
That's in a game.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
What yeah?
I don't know. I haven't played games.
You have not.
That's why I didn't list a favorite 3D Mario game.
Calvin, I've played 5 more games than you have.
5.
I can see exactly how many if you give me a second.
Ooh, the hype train cooldown has refreshed.
Oh.
It just told me.
Ooh.
While I'm looking this up, the next question.
Well, before you do that, I've seen a few questions just in chat in general. We will be having a stream tomorrow, right?
Yep.
We don't know 100% what all games we're going to cover, but there will be like an 8-hour stream for tomorrow.
Mhm.
So you guys can join in with some different games we'll be playing through. Last stream for last Friday, we did Ultimate Chicken Horse.
We're doing that again.
Battlefront. Maybe we might. Party Panic might be fun to do too.
No, because I've been getting good this week, so we gotta do it again.
Care about you getting good
Well,
now.
we're definitely doing Party Panic now.
I think Party Panic would be a fun one to do too. I've seen some streams of it and whatnot. It looks fun.
Black Sails. Juju.
So there'll be some games and stuff we'll do again. Maybe some Jackbox stuff again or something else. We'll see.
Yeah.
As long as
Played
Rick's
921.
Sea of Thieves, we could do
Video
Sea of
games.
Thieves.
Yes.
I'm almost to 1,000. The full bullpen. Eric, being deaf in one ear, what part of your life do you feel it affects the most day to day?
My right side.
No, what part of your life, not what part of your body.
Honestly, it's the positioning I'm put in the in 3D space. Like, I like driving, but I don't like driving with a group of people because it's hard to hear sometimes. I feel like sometimes I try to get places early so that I can make sure I sit in the right spot so that I can hear everybody. And I absolutely hate being like, hey, can you get up and move, or else it's going to be a terrible dinner for me. Something like that. So it's really just being able to place myself in a position, have that control, and then it doesn't really bother me much at all. There have been a couple times because, out in everyday world, I usually will have like a headphone in when I'm like out shopping or something, and people will try to talk to me. They're like,
Hey, I love your channel.
I don't hear them like, oh, fuck that guy, and they say unsubscribe, So, I mean, there's that. And no, a hearing aid would not be able to help. I have nerve damage in my ear, so there's nothing to aid there.
Just think about it this way, Eric.
Yes.
If they weren't big enough fans to know that you were deaf on that side,
True.
can't
But
help
there's also this thing where like sometimes I'm in a conversation and I hear about 75% of it, and I've gotten really good at filling in the other 25%. But there have been occasions where I've been very bad at filling in the 25% and have agreed to things I should not have agreed to.
Yeah.
Like the puppy shirt.
Yeah. The puffy shirt in Seinfeld.
It's like
So,
you hear
yeah.
like, oh, hey, gas is pretty cheap. You have a truck. But you're like, oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, okay. But they're like, hey, gas is pretty cheap right now. You got a truck. If I buy you gas, will you haul this for me? And you agree.
Yeah, all right, yeah. And I just leave. They're stuck there.
I love getting to a place, though. Like, me and Shane get there first, and we sit in opposite corners, and then you have to ask one of us to move. Like, we're trying to, we place bets. We place bets on trying to see who you're going to ask.
There's probably been 2 times in my life where out in public somebody's trying to say something and I go, oh, I'm sorry, I'm deaf. But I don't say deaf in one ear. And they start doing sign language to me. And I'm like,
Oh, no.
I'm like, yeah, okay, see ya.
Have you ever thought that maybe you should learn sign language? Like,
No, they tried to teach me when I was a kid, but I couldn't. I couldn't learn.
Al Hussein, hey Eric, did you see the new Black Series figures announcement?
Yep. I haven't gotten a Black Series figure in a while now. But yeah, all this stuff is pre-ordered, and I like to pre-order sometimes, especially now when I'm not going to be out hunting. But I also absolutely hate the idea of pre-ordering because I like to go out there and look for something and find it at retail and feel an accomplishment, versus just fucking waiting for it to come in, or waiting for it to release. But unfortunately, that gets you to the point where you don't have everything, and then that doesn't feel great either. So, I mean, I haven't done any pre-orders, but yeah, I mean, they're doing like the Ewok chieftain now. I love that the Black Series has now gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, we got some main characters too, but we're also doing some interesting stuff too. So, the carbonized Boba Fett looks amazing.
Carbonized Boba. That's cool.
Yeah.
When you pre-order these, are they full retail price?
Yes.
Because the dilemma I run into is for the war games at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
If you, so they don't print them unless they have enough pre-orders.
Yeah.
But if you pre-order them, it's like 20 to 25% less than you would pay when it actually comes out. But like you never know when it's going to get done, if it's ever done. Like it has to hit at least 500.
Yeah, I did that for the they call it Hasbro called it the HasLab Jabba's Sail Barge, and it was like if we get enough of these, and it was fucking crazy. It was like $500, but they only made a certain amount. They're not making any more ever again. So now when you go to if someone goes to resells them, they're way more than that. But mine is literally in that box right there. I've never even opened the box that the box is in. So I'm keeping that thing there.
So you're gonna open it and it's just gonna be like a mannequin box.
Yeah, I don't even fucking know if it's in there.
So, Rick, I imagine for Eric's it'd be this way, but so for like the board games, if you pre-order it and they don't hit the number, they don't send you back your money?
They don't charge you until they
Okay.
until they ship it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can just set it up to be all right. Pay this as soon as it comes out. But you also don't know if it's gonna be good then, because there's no reviews.
You don't necessarily know when it's going to be good, but also like you don't know when it's going to come out. So like if your finances are a little questionable, of like, well, I've already spent X amount of dollars on board games this month, so I really can't spend any more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all those pre-orders that I've had for a year now could all hit in the same month or something.
How many pre-orders do you have?
I get you. So your thing is more of like, I gotta pre-order all of them, like the Pokemon. Otherwise, I don't get any of them. All right, I understand.
Brian asks, how are you all going to do D&D while the shelter in place is active? So for a lot of this stuff, we're waiting until the 6th to see if the thing is going to be extended or not, to decide what we're going to do long term.
There's been no announcements or anything changing the date of this yet. And then once that happens, once we hit the 6th, if they change it or don't, we'll kind of change our minds on what we want to do there.
Yep.
Yeah, we also will need to discuss like how we're going to do D&D without Shane for a little bit too. So we'll see.
Diego, here in Mexico, for now, the stay-at-home order is for 1.5 months more at least. If this goes until the summer, would you guys double up the reactions, play more games, or rest with your family?
I mean, I imagine we'll just continue putting in the same amount of work that we have. Just right now, at least at the beginning of the quarantine, we put in a lot more work before that happened. So we've kind of just been doing what we need to do with live shows and podcasts and streams. But I mean, if it got to the point where we're still, required to stay home or whatever, then we'll just up the amount of remote reactions we do.
Yeah, the thing that sucks right now is I feel like there's some days I spend just as much time at my computer doing work now because we're trying to figure out how to make something work or whatever we're going to do, rather than
we spend as much time trying to figure it out than actually.
Yeah, rather than like at the studio, we already have everything set up and here's how we're going to do it. So we just film and finish it, do the next one, film. Whereas like we put in the same hours one day and we filmed 2 things instead of the same hours and we filmed, a much bigger handful of however many it would have been,
Yeah, I've definitely put in more hours since it's happened than before overall. But hopefully once things are flowing, like things are set up and flowing relatively smoothly, it won't take quite as long to set everything up all the time.
Yeah, and hopefully people are enjoying the remote reactions for now of, what we're trying to still get stuff out.
Sepai asks, is Bud Spencer a thing in the U.S.? When I hear Bud, I think of Budweiser. And when I think of Spencer, I think of Psych. So if it has something to do with that, yes. If not, then no.
Bud Spencer. I can Google every time I want to.
I don't know what Bud Spencer is.
He's an Italian actor, professional swimmer, and water polo player.
You know what's been fun? This is unrelated to Bud Spencer because I don't know who that is.
Okay.
But I thought of it because I'm thinking about like UK and stuff. I started kind of learning and looking into Cockney rhyming slang. because I've heard more of it lately, and I'm like, what is this? I started looking it up. So like, the one Rick would know the most is being in Barney.
Yep.
Right.
Barney Rubble. Trouble.
Yeah. So it's a very weird method of like this slang code word kind of thing.
It's Cockney rhyming slang.
So like, Eric, do you have anything on your plates right now?
No.
No. Plate means feet.
I don't.
Plates of meat, feet. And it's stuff like that is like weird. Like I'm gonna go up the apples, which means I'm gonna go up the apples and pears stairs.
Wait. Okay.
Apples. Wait. Apples and pears stairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apples and pears stairs.
So they're adding in a whole nother word in order to get the rhyme.
Well, so originally what it would be, and I watched a video trying to learn what the hell this shit is, because I'm like, what? How does this work? And originally what it would be is like, the phrase would be like, I'll go back to the cat and mouse and go up the apples and pears.
Mm-hmm.
And mouse would rhyme with house. But what they would end up doing is dropping the second part of those code words, and it would just be, I'm going to go back to the cat and go up the apples.
I feel like they need to consult the rap god Eminem on this.
What?
Before they continue such shenanigans.
Why him?
Because he's the god of rhyming.
I guess so. But like, I started making comments because like I said something to Melanie because I was looking through these and I was looking at like the Wikipedia page and like, what are some more of these things? And one of them is Bristol. And I was like, Bristol, and it's Bristol City. Titty. I was like, well, Melanie, you got some nice Bristols there. She goes, what?
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but now I'm trying to think of ways that I can have plates of meat on my feet.
What?
There's got to be a way.
But no.
You just need some really sticky sauce.
Yeah, sticky. I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
Write that down. Oh.
But anyway, that's been fun to try to like figure out some of these new Cockney. So I might say some weird stuff, and you guys be like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And it's some kind of rhyming slang that I learned.
One of my favorite things from the week, and I don't know if it's going to be in the reaction or not, but when we were doing Demon Slayer, I forgot my notebook, and so Eric was like, "Did any of you guys write down any of the like head Demon Slayer guys' names?" I was like, "I don't know. Let me check my notes." I just started like miming, checking my notes.
No, you can't cut it all. I thought you meant the new notes that you had started.
I know.
Dude, the best thing in Westworld, I don't know if it's very apparent in the reaction, but the best thing that happened in Westworld was that Aaron was slightly off from me and Calvin, like a second and a half behind. So there would be moments where we're reacting, and then Aaron reacts a second and a half later, and it is just cracking me the fuck up.
Whereas one time it's like, oh man, maybe that's for this person. You're like, I don't know, it could be this person. It's like, oh look, well there it is, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, oh, like it showed it like a second after like we were talking about it, but I didn't get it right away. So, but yeah.
Oh, look at that guy's gun! What? What gun?
Oh my
Whoa,
god, that gun is awesome!
The worst way to watch something.
It was like you guys were like, "Oh God, they're dead," and I was like, "What? Oh, they're dead!" You know? It would be terrible. But yeah, so there's been some fun things this week too. I'm gonna keep up with this rhyming slang though and look up more stuff. I wonder how they say Twitch.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Eric, I can
Flame
see you.
Night Gaming. Do any of the team played Dishonored games?
I've never played Dishonored. No, that's the like first-person stealthy game, right?
Yeah, I started the first one and gave up on it because it's a first-person stealth game.
Okay.
No, I just discovered that I don't think I like first-person stealth games. I don't know.
Do you like first-person? You like first-person games?
Yeah, but there's just something about first-person stealth where I find it's not very good at letting the player know how the enemies work and like what they can see, kind of.
I feel like it's more realistic, Rick, because like when I'm playing Metal Gear Solid and I push up against a wall, I can see the guy around the wall. Whereas like if I'm first person, I peek around the wall. Fuck, he saw me. I didn't know he was there. You know, like.
Well, but in real life, you have a body awareness that you do not have in a first person game, right? Like okay. I know exactly where my body is, and I know if my shoulder is sticking out over a corner, Whereas in a first-person game, I don't have that body awareness necessarily because I can't look over and see my shoulder kind of thing. So like there's a big disconnect for me for some reason with first-person stealth games that I've just never been able to find a way to enjoy them.
Was that an issue that like your shoulder would stick out but you were behind a wall or something, or?
I would just get seen by things and have no idea why I got seen.
Okay.
But if you just play that game as a murdering simulator, which it also works equally well as that, it's a lot of fun.
It works amazing.
I saw things like some people did some things like they threw a knife way up in the air and they did all this shit and they punched a guy and he fell back and then the knife fell out of nowhere, hit him in the face. Like, how'd they do that? It was great.
Yeah. It's like Murder Portal.
I haven't played the Thief games, which kind of originated the whole first-person stealth thing. I understand that they're classics. I've just never gotten a chance to try them yet. Okay, next question. So there are some questions about Shane and what we're going to do. The answer to all those are we're just going to play it by ear. We don't really have a plan at the time being. Let's see. Lana Hora, do American cartoons and Japanese anime share the same slot? So I assume you mean poll slot? Yes, there is an animation slot and there is a live action slot.
Yeah.
Or I should say there are 3 of each.
If you mean where they both aired on Cartoon Network, they were. Because they're cartoons.
Super Dora asks, "Hey guys, I was wondering how your adventure with D&D started. I wonder if that means like how we all got started playing D&D, or if that means like
our individual adventures with D&D."
Yeah, I'm not sure if it means that or if it means something about like the Torchbearer Academy adventure itself.
I'd say if you watch from the playlist for that from the beginning, I think it kind of feeds in a little bit as to where we were, as to why we're where we are. If you're asking about how we got into D&D, mine started more so, I guess, from Rick talking to me about it. And then they had a group, and I joined in with their group and started playing whenever I could. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. I had my first time was I made 2 different characters. They were like brothers, and one was like a drow warlock, and one was like a high elfy wizard or something like that. And they had to choose which one they wanted to take with them for the party. So that was kind of my first time really doing it. I think I did maybe some. We did that first, right? We didn't do the ones in your garage, did we? Those were later, weren't they?
I think the ones in my garage were later. Although I think the first one was at your parents' house, where we were like recording it, and your dog broke my hard drive.
For D&D?
Wasn't it?
I remember the hard drive being broken. No. Okay, hang on. So he has a hard drive sitting on the table, and he has to plug it in, and the outlet's behind him. So he plugs it into the outlet behind him, so the cord's going across to this outlet behind him. And then the dog walks by, and either his leg, body, tail, whatever, he was a German Shepherd, he was pretty big, catches the cable, pulls the hard drive off. And Rick goes, "Damn it." So he picks it up, plugs it back in the same spot, changes nothing. And it works until the dog walks by again, does the same thing again. He's like, "Damn it, Aaron, your dog did this." I'm like, "Well, he did it once, so you put it back again."
The dog seemed pretty freaked out the first time. I thought he learned.
So, but yeah, I don't know if we were doing D&D then or not, but I do remember doing a Star Wars campaign at some point with Melanie's brothers. Maybe that would have been before, but I don't know.
Well, I think the first one was in the garage because I didn't even have dice. So I wrote a bunch of numbers on paper and put them all in different bowls that we would pick out the number. Because I did not have a 20, and I did not know where to find or buy one.
That's hilarious.
So that must have been the first one. So what got me into D&D was a combination of 2 things. One, I worked at the help desk, and my boss, Robert, who introduced me to my wife, had talked to me about him playing D&D as he was growing up and in college and stuff. And it sounded really interesting to me. So I found Penny Arcade had done a podcast where they played 4th edition, which hadn't come out yet. Mm-hmm. So I heard that, and I was like, "Oh, this is incredible. I want to do that." So I bought all the books, and I started running it out of my garage with Aaron and Melanie and her brothers. And then I also ran it with Robert and Kelly a bunch of friends from that side of things. And for whatever reason, like Robert and Kelly probably had 20 or 30 years of D&D experience. I had less than a year, but I was still somehow the DM for the campaign.
Yeah.
And then I've just kind of have been perpetually the DM ever since.
It's because they spent 20 to 30 years as the DM and they wanted to play.
And Calvin has a lot longer history than either of us do.
Yeah, I started playing when I was like maybe 8 or 10. My dad was really into D&D back with his friends at Muskingum College. He was a security guard and he would work late, and then sometimes some of the students would they would have one of the classrooms or one of the meeting rooms or something like that, and they would stay in there all night and play Dungeons and Dragons, and he would come in and play with them and stuff like that. So he had a bunch of friends, and he was wanting to introduce it to us kids. So he helped us roll up some characters, and he bought us some dice and some rule books and stuff, and we played some adventures. And yeah, that's kind of how I got to know Rick better as well, because Rick was running campaign and invited me over some. And yeah, just playing different versions here and there.
One of my favorite memories is I would go over to Calvin's families and run D&D for them as well. And Calvin has a pseudo aunt, like his mom's best friend, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And she was staying over, and I got her to play D&D too. And just seeing the glee and the joy of her mowing through these goblins is one of the favorite moments of my life. Of just being able to introduce her to that and have her find so much enjoyment.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Yes,
Yeah,
I believe you did, Felix.
All
She
of
was
my
away from us.
experience of D&D is all on the channel. I have never played a single amount more than what you can watch on D&D
Yeah.
channel.
We're like, hey, we should do this. And you're like, I guess. All right. What do we
But
do?
I mean, there is a certain element of like improv, and I was part of like an improv group like in high school, so I think that kind of helped me out and stuff like that.
The one thing I really remember was Rick and I both had D&D things at one point going on, and like I went through a few campaigns, and Melly wanted to be a fucking unicorn.
Yeah.
I tried to appease that, but I remember at one point I made a dungeon with different traps and things through it, and I remember the end of the dungeon had a puzzle, and it was set up like Goonies, where if you messed stuff up, part of the floor fell out, so they had to like solve it without messing up too many times. And then I made a small like level 1 or 2 dragon because I wanted to put a dragon in my campaign before Rick did. That was the whole reason I did it.
That's funny.
Was to try to beat him to a dragon. So we only did like 2 runs of mine, but now I'm trying to get the kids into it, and Leon was like fighting these goblins in like a small thing that I was just running for him, and he did not want to kill the goblins. Like he just didn't want to. And I was like, okay, well, just do this. You know, you can punch him, you can hit him non-lethally with your weapon or something. He has an axe, you know, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah, despite Evie liking Hitman 2 and watching me play that, whenever we play D&D, she always tries to go the non-violent options.
yeah.
Mr. Wright asks, favorite stand-up comedians? Would you consider doing some stand-up comedy reactions during the lockdown?
John Mulaney.
Bill Burr, Richard
Bill Burr.
Pryor.
I like a lot of old ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch with my mom and dad Gallagher a lot.
Mm-hmm. Gallagher.
Um,
Have you watched Gallagher too, Aaron?
Gallagher too?
Yeah, his brother bought the rights to the show Gallagher, and he looks so much like him. He went on tour as Gallagher, and then the original Gallagher wanted to start doing it again, and Gallagher 2 sued him.
What?
Did I know
Yeah, I
that?
really like Mitch Hedberg and George Carlin.
Mitch
George,
Hedberg
George
is
Carlin's
so
one of my
unique.
favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mitch had
I
a
think-
very weird way of telling jokes, but it was so
Oh, yeah.
it was just very different.
Yeah.
Dude did a lot of cocaine. A lot.
Yeah.
I
You
do
saw
want-
the world in a different way.
I want a regular banana later.
Jerry Seinfeld is probably my number 2.
Hmm.
And number 1 is probably Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle's great.
Dave Chappelle. has some
Dave
great
Chappelle's
ones.
really great. Yeah.
Like, I feel like Dave Chappelle is the Wayne Gretzky of telling jokes, and that I just watch him and I'm so astounded by him.
I mean, he can just go and go and go. Like whenever he came back after the whole Chappelle Show thing, he just would set up like in New York at Central Park and do stand up for 10 hours.
Yeah.
You know, with a megaphone. It's crazy.
I don't think we'll do any reactions to stand up.
No,
Probably not.
I've honestly watched reactions to certain segments of stuff, but it's really just laughing and then not much to say after that, you know.
Yeah.
And you can't like talk over anything or you won't be able to hear the jokes.
True. People get mad at you too.
One of my favorite usernames we've had in a while, El Pollo Hermano,
Ooh.
just finished Black Sails. Absolutely awesome show. I watch your guys' reaction after each episode. Thanks for introducing me.
Yes. Yes. You are very welcome. Very
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Introduce it to everyone you know.
Mm-hmm. Spread it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is big news. Old school boy. Hey guys, Heave-ho versus mode with 20 new levels is available on Steam. 2v2 and 3v1 races, so it's perfect for you now. The first team to reach the goal wins.
Oh man.
Well,
We might have to
I know what we're playing tomorrow.
We have to do
That's
that.
gonna be the whole stream now.
The whole 8 hours.
How are we gonna do that on PC? Oh,
It's
it is
on Steam.
though.
That's what you said.
Right,
it's
it's
on
okay.
Steam.
Yeah, just connect your controller, baby. That's what we're doing. 8 hours
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah,
Heave-ho
baby.
versus Vindication. I can't wait to do it.
Vindication.
Eric.
What kind of vindication?
Eric, you
Because
and
I
me,
won.
man.
Yeah, no, maybe. We'll talk later.
Eric wants to do the
We
1v3
did well.
mode. He wants to be like, it's me versus all of you.
He's just counting on you to fuck us up.
Damn, it's gonna be fun.
Eve.
Do we want to go a little longer because we started a little later?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
were a
I
little
say we
later on
go
stuff.
like-
That's fine.
Like a half hour or so.
All right. If there are any questions as will you react to this and skipping over them, the answer is always maybe someday.
I did see the one that said about like, could you do a D20 thing? I feel like that's a similar thing where like, depending on how we look at D&D, we might do some one shots or something like that online, but it kind of depends on what we find out from April 6th.
Miss Timmy Fantastico just won, which was a game night that came out recently. Was so fun. I'd love to see you guys streaming that game. Games that can be played remotely but aren't necessarily video games. That's something you're thinking about. It's something I have been trying to push, but
Yeah, I'd really
Aaron
love to
has
do that,
been
honestly.
swatting me.
Huh?
Fucking Aaron. Fucking Aaron.
But why me?
Every
He's been
time.
swatting all my good ideas.
Good ideas.
Yep.
Rick, say the game that you want to play. From
Just
Steam.
one.
No.
What?
From Steam.
Tabletop Simulator?
Yeah.
Uh,
I was hoping for more of a reaction from Aaron.
Cody L. Eric, I know some of the guys are excited to play Final Fantasy 7 Remake.
Uh-huh.
Is there any chance that you might do a playthrough? I feel it would really be interesting to see a reaction to the story for the first time, having never played the original.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the idea with Half-Life, playing this remake, because I never played the original, so I wonder how many Let's Plays there are out there of people that had never done it. And that might be interesting, too. I just think that might be a little bit more of a time commitment for me.
A little bit.
Yeah. But, I mean, I wouldn't say no, definitely. I mean, when I hear about other people having such a huge fandom about something, I get a little jealous. I'm like, oh, that's probably really good. But two, I also am a little afraid because every time someone has introduced me to something like that they are so passionate about, I find another obsession and I end up having to collect more toys from a different line and I just can't afford it.
Just stop collecting toys. Focus on one toy.
Let's see. Someone asked, Bex, have any of you played this War of Mine? Rick, I didn't know there was a board game too. Do you know if it's good?
No, I've never
I
played
have
it.
not played it.
I don't even know what it is.
I haven't played the video game or the board game. I've seen reviews from it. It seems really good. The crazy thing about board games within the last, like, I don't know, 5 to 6 years is before that, much like video games, licensed stuff used to be pretty terrible. But over the last so many years, like, a lot of licensed board games are really, really good. So it's a great time to be a board gamer.
I want to do this one here with Boogle because he's actually submitted it twice. But when is Dark Souls stream happening, and will Dark Souls ever happen? It's been on my list of one I want to do for a while. I was tempted because I finished my Kingdom Hearts one because I couldn't really do console stuff at home. I know it is available on Steam, but I've heard I don't know how. I don't know if I should play it on Steam or if I should play it on console because I've heard different things about the first Dark Souls.
You can definitely play it on Steam. There is a fan patch that fixes a lot of stuff.
Because I want to play with a controller.
Yeah, you can.
I've heard that's the way you should play it. So I want to make sure I get. I heard there were glitches on the first one or something, so I want to make sure I have it set up and able to go. But I could start that on Mondays playing through Dark Souls.
Yeah, no. I played through my second time on Steam, and it was perfectly fine.
Okay.
Did you play with or without the fan patch?
I played with.
Oh, okay.
So that's definitely one that I've been wanting to do because I've only played through Demon Souls. I didn't even beat Demon Souls. I just played through some of that.
The Scottish Michael asks, any chance of a mods versus crew Jackbox game night /stream? But Jackbox usually isn't like a team game.
But we could do 4 and 4 on there, I think is what he's saying.
Ah. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Could be fun. I liked listening in on the mod game of Secret Hitler at WaveCon. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was quite a bit of fun. I was listening in from across the room at some points.
It was great. Kitty is such a sneaky, sneaky person.
Mm-hmm.
I trusted her at one point. I trusted her. She got me.
She got everybody from what I hear. One point or another.
I feel like maybe we've answered this one before, but Ablis the Bomb. Hey guys, what are you most excited to learn more about in Naruto?
I mean, just the world, I think. I always like whenever you start a show that I know is going to be a very long show. Like, I like the idea of, like, getting into new arcs and learning more about the world and, like, various cultures and new characters that you can come in and out of the story. So, just the anticipation of more, honestly.
I want to know what the limits are. Like,
oh, yeah. It's a show, Rick.
That's
well, yeah.
That's true. Like, where are the limits of their jutsus and how do they?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's great early on in these kind of shows to just be continually surprised by the powers and things, but at a certain point, I need to know what the limits are so I can feel the dramatic investment of, like, how do I, like, if I don't know what the limits are, I don't know if they're up against a challenge that they can't overcome, kind of thing.
I mean, I agree, but then also I don't. Because sometimes I'll watch a show where I just don't give a fuck anymore and I'm just having a good time. But I definitely get what you mean, though.
I mean, I guess mine is just more of what all is inside Naruto. Like what is
like
going on?
Like ramen?
Yes,
milk.
like ramen.
Okay, yeah. Me too. I'm excited for ramen as well. Milk.
What?
Did you say milk?
Yeah, he said milk.
Flame Night Gaming. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna say Raul saying about, are you streaming something every day? We've been streaming a lot. I want to just make sure because we kind of passed over it, but we've been streaming a lot almost every day. We've been trying to keep something up there on most days, but the schedule's been a little wonky than what it used to be. So just make sure you're following so you get notifications when we do go live in case the schedule's a little different.
Mm-hmm. I mean, thanks to Rick, I think we have been streaming every day for like a week now.
Yep, every day.
I can figure out when I can get back in. I was gonna try to stream yesterday, and then I decided to give Melanie another time, like one more day of like really getting more rest rather than like, because I'm in my bedroom, so my bed's back there. So if I'm here streaming and stuff, she can't really lay down and rest without me being like, "Oh shit," like it's gonna get me run or something. So
Flame Night Gaming has another Naruto question. If we're doing the movies, I don't believe the movies are canon, so no.
I
Is the current plan. I
gotcha.
think.
Yeah, I think. Well, we'll have to just ask Rob. Rob is our Naruto lore master right now. He's one making the list of things that are not fillery and all that stuff. So we'll see. There's plenty to get to before we start adding movies.
Yeah.
Diego, in a few times you talk about Eric smoking, but I never heard if any of you guys drink alcohol. If the answer is yes, which ones?
Yes. We had drunk. We had drunk Goblin, whatever that was. Remember that?
Goblin Quest.
Yeah, with Rick. That was something.
Yeah, I don't drink
I like
much.
scotch.
Yeah, scotch. I've had vodka recently, like mixed drinks and stuff like that. So,
rum's probably my usual go-to. I've been probably drinking a little less than what I used to, but I still drink sometimes.
And you like Jaeger as well.
Yeah. I mean, my usual go-to used to be. I haven't done Jaeger in a while, honestly, but it used to be like, man, I don't really want to drink alcohol because I don't really like the taste, so I'd rather just get to the point I want to get to without having to drink it for a long time. So I would do like Jaeger bombs, which was like Red Bull and Jaeger, and do that, get it done, and there we go. All right, now I'll sip on this rum and Dr. Pepper or whatever, and try to just keep it at the point I want to stay, rather than having to just down a whole bunch of like beer or something like that.
I like bourbon and Maggie's mead. There
mead.
hasn't been a lot of other mead that I've liked, actually.
Very good. I haven't really had a lot of mead. I don't know. Mead. I don't know. Things that. Does mead involve yeast? It does, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of the yeasty kinds of alcohol, I don't know. They don't gel with me well. Like, I don't really care for beer that much. And lots of people are
I don't
usually
like beer either.
A lot of people are usually like, well, that's because you haven't you try this. This is a good beer. I'm like, well, yeah, but you drink Natty Light. Like, okay, this is a good beer compared to that, you know?
You don't like the hoppy beer either.
Yeah, so like I've tried a lot of different things too. That's why I'm usually like, rum with Dr. Pepper. There we go. I did one that was really good the other day because I have cherry Dr. Pepper, and I did a little bit of my cherry Dr. Pepper with some rum, and it was kind of like a Dr. Pepper with grenadine and rum.
Oh yeah.
But it was just a cherry Dr. Pepper and rum thing, so it was pretty cool.
Rize Alive, or Rise Alive. I've been doing some Persona stuff again, so I'm not sure if that's a Persona or not. Rick, as a fan of WWE, stop right there. That is an untrue statement. Have you thought about doing a reaction or live stream for Wrestlemania? I think it would be awesome to see reactions to it. I will not be watching Wrestlemania.
Nor will he be live streaming. Because.
But AEW, good times. They have delayed their pay-per-view until all this is over, so they're still doing their weekly TV. But Vince McMahon, being the crazy person that he is not only doing WrestleMania, but extending it to 2 days.
WrestleMania is going to be 2 days?
Yeah.
You have to pay for 2 different pay-per-views?
Well, so, and also what is crazy about it is, so for the last, I don't know, year, maybe more than that, they've had something called the WWE Network, which you get, and that gives you access to their archive stuff, but also all of their pay-per-views. And so that also includes WrestleMania, but they are trying to push, again, buying the pay-per-view separately on things like Fight TV and I think like the Fox pay-per-view network or thing like that.
Okay.
So maybe they're going to take away WrestleMania and like the big four from the network and put them onto pay-per-view only again, which the craziest part about that is when they were first launching the network and they were trying to get people to buy it, they were like, you were all fools for buying pay-per-views when you can get it for $9.99 a month over at the WWE Network. And now they're just switching that around. It's like, you're fools if you have the network and you aren't buying the pay-per-views over at pay TV. It's like,
what do they
WWE.
want? What do they want from us?
They want money both ways.
Wait, so how much is it on DirecTV now?
I believe it's $30 a day.
$30 a day on DirecTV.
Yeah, so
But-
it's $60 total if you want to watch the whole thing.
But you can watch it for how much on their they have a special network thing?
$9.99 a month. So not only will you get that, but you'll get
Everything.
all of their other shows and their archive and everything.
So why wouldn't you do that?
Exactly, Aaron. You are a normal thinking person. You are not Vince McMahon.
I don't understand.
Are we all gonna ignore the fact that Eric is just pulling food out of thin air?
Man, Eric. I wish I could
I don't
reach
have
up.
anything to add.
I wish I could reach up and pull down some noodles.
No, Jan, I got this.
What is it?
It's really good.
That's not an answer.
Can I have some really good?
What is that? It's really good. Great.
So
Janci, what is this?
Kimchi fried rice. Actually, it's probably kimchi fried rice. I thought there was another I in there, but I don't have my glasses on.
Kimchi.
Really good.
I will do 2 more questions, and then
She
we will
yells
go
when
to...
Eric has his
Fried rice.
I'll do 2 more questions, and then we'll get to bits and donations.
Okay.
Bex, Rick, I don't know anything about sumo, but I'm curious what happened with the wrestler who was going to retire now that the Olympics were delayed.
Rick, if there's 2 more questions, both sumo and wrestling related, and that's why you said I'll read 2 more.
They are not.
Okay, go ahead.
Hakuho won, spoilers, the latest tournament, and he looked the strongest he's looked probably in the last 3 years. He is, I believe, the 3rd or tied for the 3rd oldest tournament winner.
Okay.
So he could still have a few years to go. I mean, he still looks super, super strong. I know his goal a few months ago was to get, I think it was 40 wins, and I think he has like 50 wins, and I think he has like 44. But then he was talking about like, well, I'm probably going to retire in 2020. I'm not exactly sure my body's going to keep up that long. So it's all still kind of in the air. I definitely hope that he can make it, because his father was a Mongolian gold medalist in wrestling. I'm not sure if it was sumo wrestling or just like Greco-Roman wrestling. So I know it's really important that he gets a gold medal as well to sort of honor his father. So I hope that he can stay healthy until the Olympics are run. And finally, a sack of derp in HunterxHunter. What are some things that you look back on with hindsight that didn't quite make sense, but now you have the info, but now do with the info you have learned?
Aaron,
Some of the things that didn't make sense.
I see you.
It wasn't really a PNG, they lied.
I mean, honestly, I can't really think of much. I mean, you know, just the battle system in general, I think just takes time to be able to pay attention and absorb and stuff like that. And whenever you have 5 guys that are trying to figure it out, you know, there was a lot of like cross-pollination of assumptions and stuff like that. So, but I mean, watching it now, I don't feel any real confusion about anything, or revelation of how something is, I think. So, yeah. How about you guys feel?
I understood everything from day one. So
As far as D&D goes?
Hunter.
Okay, good. I was getting the PNG that wasn't a PNG, so I missed what the topic was of what we didn't understand. I feel pretty good about it. A lot of it's just waiting for some things to get filled in and be like, that's so cool. I didn't even think that was a thing you could do. So,
yeah, there's a bunch of things that, like, until they reveal it, you don't think that stuff is going on. Then it's just opening an entire new compartment in the show.
Yeah.
And the lore and the world, and I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's one of my favorite shows that we're reacting to right now, just because from the beginning it has expanded so much.
Yeah, I mean, it has been cool to be able to go and watch like the first arc again, which is the test, the hunter exam.
mm-hmm.
I went back and watched a couple of those episodes before, and it's really cool. Like, now that I understand what is going on with these other characters, you can kind of see that there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was curious and confused as to how you detect forgeries, but that was answered.
Mm-hmm.
So
It does a pretty good job, I feel, of answering questions.
yeah, it definitely does. Let's get to donations. Night Owl Lenny has resubscribed for 20 months.
Thank you, Lenny.
Thank you.
Thank
Alex
you,
the
Lenny.
Great.
We had a lot in the very beginning because we had that hype train before we even got on. God
Oh no!
damn it, Rick.
Fuck!
Rick.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. It's gonna be fucked up until Rick gets back.
Oh no,
Hi.
Eric! I can see the very top of your head.
Huh?
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 Okay, it's kind of back.
Hello.
Rick, we need video.
There.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know why
You're
it's
so dark. Turn the lights on, Rick. You look dead.
Let me try and fix that, I guess. Advanced exposure. Is that good or no?
Yeah, it
More.
looks fine.
It's better, Rick.
passable.
Okay, I can turn up one more, I guess.
Yes, that's good. That's
Okay.
where it was.
A little bit.
All right. Let's see. Alex the Great gifted a sub.
Oh, thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Femrak
You are
resubscribed for 17 months and Anna for 12 months.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much. A year. Thank you.
Tintin Who gave 300 bits. Hey, I won't stay long. I'm always busy at this time now.
Oh, thank you
Well,
for watching
Thank
while
you for
can.
watching while yeah, exactly.
My mom says I'm special. Resubscribed for 33 months, and Fox resubscribed for 29.
Thank you.
guys. We appreciate
29 months. That's almost 30.
Almost. Chris and Dat K Wazy guy has
K
resubscribed
Wazy.
for 8 and 4 months respectively.
Kawazy.
It's
Thank you.
crazy.
Thank you very much.
The saying it like that just makes me think of like Patrick Swayze. That's what I think of.
Swayze.
Yeah.
Brother Tone has resubscribed at tier 3 for 34 months. 34 months? What is this madness? The world must be ending.
What?
No, it's not ending.
That's a lot, man. Thank you.
This
Thank you.
is only the beginning. Thank you very much.
Mimic TKO has resubscribed for 4 months.
Thank you, Mimic.
Thank you, Mimic.
Thank you.
Eric, there's
Underhand.
no food on that chopstick.
Well, he's the Food Network, so he has to pretend.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
Underhand Comic. Underhand Comic has resubscribed for 15 months. Stay safe and wash your hands.
Oh,
We
we definitely
will.
will. Thank you.
We will.
So Wiz for 15 months.
Thank you,
Thank
so
you,
Wiz.
Wiz.
Thank you.
Whiz.
Tintin Who 300 bits. Yeah, bye guys. I need to get some stuff done.
All right, Tintin. Thanks for watching.
Well, they're not
Thank you,
here
Thanks
now,
for the
but
bits.
Thank you back then.
In case
Noting
they
that.
watch the VOD.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
Helding
Helding.
97 with 200 bits. Happy weekly loving. Hope the next poll show will be a good one.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Well,
hope
that
so
all
as well.
depends on you guys. Which, if you didn't know, the poll's running right now. Check it out.
Indeed.
They did.
Klaus or Klaus has resubscribed for 8 months.
Thank you, Klaus.
Thank you.
Thank
for the
you.
sub.
Lebre and It's Cobb. Lebre has subscribed for the first time, and It's Cobb for 21 months.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cobb.
Thank you. Very
Glad
much.
you're
you,
enjoying
Libre.
Thank
the
you.
content, Libre.
Warhouse Bard gifted 3 subs.
Oh, thank you, Warhouse.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Warhouse.
Warhouse.
We appreciate
Very
the gifted
generous.
subs. Congrats to
Very,
whoever
very
got some
much.
gifted subs.
Yes.
Top Scream and Opium FX both cheered 100 bits, with Opium going on to add to Jedi Master Eric, if you could remake one trilogy, would it be the prequels or the new sequel trilogy?
If I could remake it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, why is the original one not in there?
Oh, because you can't touch that.
Why can't I remake the original one and up
You know,
all
I mean-
the graphics and everything to match the more modern ones?
I feel like the sequels is the easy answer, but I'm gonna say prequels because I love them so much. It would be so much fun to just play in that world. I think so. I go prequels.
It would be pretty cool to see, like, the Republic at its height.
Yeah, definitely.
Jedi
I mean,
and everything.
I just
Cool.
you know I've always wanted to see more Liam Neeson Qui-Gon Jinn stuff. So
Fuck yeah.
maybe I'd rewrite a little bit to get more with him in there.
I want a
course, you couldn't-
prequel.
You couldn't cast him older.
DT3 10 bits. How about that carbonized Black Series Boba Fett and Stormtrooper, Eric?
I saw it. It looks amazing. I'm definitely gonna get it. I already have like so many Boba Fett's, but I have to get it.
So many Boba Fett's.
Yep.
Jay McPhee has subscribed for the first time.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
Dip, 100 bits. Spent last week watching Ozark
Yep.
Season 3 and a bunch of Bollywood movies this week. Though it's going to be all Disney Plus stuff because they just released it over here.
Ah, Disney
Oh,
Plus.
yeah, they did,
yes.
didn't they?
We've been watching a lot
Yeah.
of Disney Plus with this stuff. So
You and your family have?
yeah, I think I'm gonna take them back and watch through like some old Disney cartoon movies that they haven't seen because they apparently hadn't seen Peter Pan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Huh.
but we watched Hook. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Well,
Warhouse Bard gifted a sub.
Thank you, Warhouse, for another gift.
thank you, Warhouse.
Thank you.
Warhouse?
Warhouse.
Warhouse Bard, yeah.
Yeah.
War.
Yeah, it's not
W-
warehouse. It's Warhouse.
Okay.
Abel resubscribed for 16 months.
Thank you,
Thank
Abel.
you, Abel.
We were glad
Thank
you were
you,
able
Abel.
to subscribe.
Ha ha ha. Glad you were able. Abel.
Mad Noel resubscribed for 4 months. Lots of love to you all, and especially Shane.
Yep. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Mad Noel.
Max has subscribed for the first time.
Thank
you,
you,
Max.
Max.
Thank you, Max.
Maxinumi.
GJM Rocker tipped $5. Thought you guys might like this. LOL if you haven't seen it. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is.
It's the $5, right?
We have not seen that $5, so we appreciate it.
There could be something in the email or something, I don't know, but Emojin, 100 bits, sending you all the love and support in these times.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you
you.
for the
love.
Thank
No,
you.
Eric.
No, you ate them.
Tattoo Mo has resubscribed for 9 months. I can't stay long this stream. Just wanted to say, Blind Way Baby.
Blind way,
Ooh,
baby.
Blind Way Baby.
Eric, no, don't eat the baby.
Squeegee Ouija, 55 bits. With a lot of people on lockdown right now, is there any plans to start the Pokemon League soon, or is it in the back?
Oh, that's on Aaron.
I will get to it soon. Like I said, I've been busy with trying to film and let Melanie rest and whatnot. So hopefully I can get some things rolling to try to get that going. But it would be a lot of fun. If you guys want to join into like a Pokemon, like just battling each other for fun, join our Discord and make sure you guys are in the Pokemon section and you can get your own like trainer role. Just make sure you tag like a mod. I'm gonna make work for the mods.
I've been battling. I've been in the Battle League in Pokemon Go, and my team has not lost yet, Aaron. Not yet, and I've done hundreds of battles.
Hundreds.
Great.
Huh?
Hundreds.
All right. Well, how about Sword and Shield?
No, my team sucks.
Oh, that's where the real training is.
No,
The real.
this is
trainers.
real life.
No,
All right, I
the
go out in
trainers.
real life. I go to gyms and shit. What do? You sit at home, do nothing.
I train, breed. You want to breed, Eric? No.
I can breed.
Your kids.
Want to breed? Let's
Not
breed.
just
I'm not breeding.
baby.
Moving on, Canester has resubscribed for 3 months.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Crusader, 100 bits. Eric, the missing 54 behind you is messing with my OCD.
Oh yeah. No, I actually have it. I just haven't moved everything yet.
DT3 with 10 bits. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just gonna say I filled in all the numbers now, so I just got to actually put it up there.
Eric now gets like 154 sent to him.
Probably.
Fill this fucking thing up. It's driving me crazy.
Yep.
DT3, 10 bits. Calvin, when are you and Carmen going to join us on 7 Days to Die?
See, Josh was actually sending me some information on it this morning, so maybe sooner rather than later. It's been a long time since I've played.
And finally, Dip, 100. Nope, there's another one. So Dip,
Yep.
100 bits. Just saw Disney Plus has all the Clone Wars. I've never watched it. Can't wait to watch it with full length now.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
Clone Wars is on
Chronological
there,
order.
baby. Watch it.
Chronological order.
I wish
Clone
they had an option to switch it to chronological order, like on there,
That would be
Yeah.
really
to
cool.
make it much
Well-
easier to go through.
Yeah, if you go to the Star Wars site, like the list of the chronological order on the site, they've now added a link to the Disney Plus episode. So you can go to that webpage and just go down there if you wanted to.
That's great if you're watching on PC.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I guess. What about my PlayStation?
Nope.
Well, I'm fucked.
Fuck you. Yep.
GJM Rocker with $1. Sorry about that. There was supposed to be a link for a video, but I guess I did it wrong. Next time, I'll do it.
Okay. So you just gave us $1
Just gave $1 to tell us it messed up.
Thank you so much, GJM Rocker. I'm sorry it didn't work.
And finally, Warhouse Bard gifted a sub.
Thank you,
Thank you
Warhouse.
very much, Warhouse Bard.
Thank you.
All right. Well, guys, thank
There's
you so
a-
much. I think that's it, right? All
there's
redemptions.
only one- Yeah, there's one thing of squats. R2, Calvin, I thought you turned into Zenitsu. God damn it.
Oh, because of the
That's-
lightning bolt?
Yeah.
All right, Calvin, you got 10 squats.
Oh,
the
that's
hell?
for me?
Eric,
Okay.
What are you doing?
Dang, how did you get that from the ceiling?
That's not how you use a chopstick.
Okay. Well, yeah.
That's it. I'm turning it back on.
Thanks, guys. We're going to be back tomorrow for an 8-hour stream.
Of
Starting at what
Heave-ho.
time, Aaron?
What?
Yeah.
What time are we starting at? What time? 10?
I mean, 10 works with me.
Hello?
Unless we want to start at noon. Last week we went noon to 8, right?
Did we?
I believe so.
I don't
Yeah, I think so.
remember.
Eric,
Somewhere
What,
from
Eric?
10 to noon.
give me one of those.
Join us. We'll post out a tweet once we have it figured out.
Mm.
Otherwise,
Okay.
guys, thank you so much. We'll be streaming tomorrow for 8 hours, probably doing Heave-ho the whole time. Now that we've
Bye,
been
guys.
informed. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.